up and the Bolt, brand new facility. I couldn't be more excited. It is so nice. The weight room, the press room, the room where our guy Joe Alt's going to have to tell his entire team that he had a $20.9 million signing bonus. And look at this, a la the Walk of Fame. We have the Hall of Fame. Little LT, little Antonio Gates, he won a lot of points for my fantasy team. He was a hopscotch my way over to Dan Fouts, who was actually at practice today, which is really fun. He's not on the show. I can tell you that Khalil Mack, who had 17 sacks last year, 5 forced fumbles last year, he will be on the show. Asante Samuel Jr. in a contract year. We got to get that bad boy paid. And who else do I want to talk to? I hear that JK Dobbins has sort of taken the torch of the Keenan Allen personality in this locker room. Got to get him on the show. Let's go. Welcome to the Bolts. I've never been here before or up here before or with this smiling face who I don't believe practiced just now because you're not sweaty, you're not grumpy. JK Dobbins, what's the deal?
Hey, look, I practice pretty hard, but weather's perfect. I'm happy all the time, especially when I get to see you.
Wow.
First time seeing you in person, I think, right?
Really? I don't think
so.
that's true. You just don't remember because you weren't as happy as you are now being in Ravens West here. Out in LA. How are you enjoying? How would you describe your LA experience?
My LA experience is amazing. I love all the Spanish people. I love the weather, the beaches.
Okay.
I love my coach. I love the team. I'm having a blast here.
Okay, let's get into your coach because it's not often that a team that has not gone to the playoffs, made it deep into the playoffs, makes a coaching change, and all of a sudden they're going to win the AFC. Those are the sort of things that I'm hearing from people who have played for Jim Harbaugh in the NFL and on the college level. What is the secret?
He has a different type of aura to him. I think he gets us right in a way that, not many people can do. And he's a great guy. He makes us work, but it's like fun work. We're working really hard and you don't even realize it because it's just the type of time he's on, It's great. And I love him. I played against him. I played with his brother, so I'm like engraved into the family.
You mentioned playing against him. Can we just go back to those moments? Because obviously you're an Ohio State legend. And going up against Jim, you're 3-0 against him, first of all. How often does that come up?
We don't talk about it.
You've never brought it up?
No, because he just won the national championship, and
Sure.
he's beat Ohio State like 3 times in a row now.
I would say I had a 200-yard game with 4 touchdowns against you. Do you know that you have that flex? You do. Why don't you use it?
I'm modest.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm modest.
Okay.
I don't like to talk about myself, so I let him win. When I first got here, I was like, we're not going to talk about it. We had an agreement. Like, we saw each other, we shook each other's hand because we respect each other. I had to beat him a few times to get to where we are now. So,
what do you think led to you being here? John losing to you and knowing how good you are, or Jim losing to you, or John talking you up so much with how great you were out there in Baltimore for him?
I don't know. Could have went other places, but God told me to come here, and maybe it was his brother talking to him, telling him, "All right, look, he's good." Maybe he was like, "This is my guy."
Yeah, they fought over you. What do you think John would tell Jim about you? How would he describe you?
He would describe me as a hard worker, a good player, and an even better guy.
Okay, and you're here with your boy Gus. How did this happen? I can't even think, and maybe somebody in the audience here can think. I can't think of another running back duo that made a switch in free agency together. Can you?
No, I can't.
I can't.
Let me think.
I really can't.
Yeah.
So now you're both here, running the backfields. I'm trying to think of the advantage that presents, how well you two know each other. What advantage is that in a game where we're always looking for something?
I think we know each other well, and just knowing each other on the sideline can keep us calm and keep us in our game.
What are you adding to this locker room? Because I was sitting here with your GM, Joe, and I said, you're not giving me anything. Talk to me. Tell me about this team. And he goes, oh, there's JK. He'll talk. And he really adores you, it sounds like. So what is the energy that you're bringing?
Winning energy. I'm a guy who works hard too and loves his teammates, and I'm selfless, so I think that's what I'm bringing to the locker room, and I think it should rub off on people who aren't like that. We got a lot of great guys in the locker room that want to win, and we got a lot of talent as well. So, but that's what I bring.
How do you get to know someone when they're not available? Like with Justin Herbert, you obviously had some off-season reps with him a little bit, probably just kind of a week together, and now he's not on the field. How are you building chemistry or getting to know him when it's like that?
Just in the meeting room, and off the field, like we'll play video games together,
I heard.
You know, so we'll do things like that, and I think that helps with chemistry. And he trusts me, and I trust him, and I know he's doing everything he can to be back with us. And so I think that helps with the chemistry.
You go for it against him in Call of Duty? Like you really let him have it, or do you hold back a little bit because he's your quarterback?
Well, usually we're on the same team.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I was going to ask you, who's better at Call of Duty, you or Justin?
I must say me.
Okay.
But he's pretty good, too.
Where did Freak Show come from? What is this nickname? Oh, no.
You got to ask Dicker the Kicker.
Who? Dicker the Kicker? I'm so sorry. Excuse me? Where did Freak Show come from?
Look, you got to ask him. I don't know.
Okay, I'll have to get down there and practice. There's a lot of secrets up here at the rooftop of the Bolt, apparently. JK, I liked that you said, when I read a quote and I circle it, it means I'm just like, oh, I'm going to hold on to this. And you said that because you're feeling healthy, that you are at college JK Dobbins level. What does that look like here with the Chargers?
It's going to look beautiful.
What does that mean?
It's going to be amazing. Like, people are going to be like, wow. Like, that's what it's going to look like. Wow. Like, what? Wow. What? Wow. Week after week.
You have Greg Roman, okay? When you guys, before you even got here, Greg Roman gets the gig, and I'm like, okay, so we're going to run the ball now? Like, we have this arm and Justin Herbert. What is the energy here? We know that Greg Roman is incredible, obsessed with running the football. What is his second favorite thing to do?
His second favorite thing to do, I think he likes to pass the ball.
Yeah?
Are we talking on the field or off the field?
On the field.
Yeah, he likes to pass the ball more than people know. You know,
I think there's an idea that he's one-dimensional.
He's not.
Okay, I'd love to hear about that, knowing him as well as you do.
Yeah. So there was games in the past in Baltimore where there were, like, the first few drives we didn't even run the ball because he had something dialed up in the pass game and it worked. You know, but he also puts together this legendary rushing attack everywhere he goes. So he kind of got that label on him, right? But many people don't realize he can dial it up in the passing game too.
So there'll be more than enough to share between you and Gus, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And Joe Alt, I saw, got some preseason action. How nice is that?
Yeah, his name is Clifford.
Clifford.
Yeah, the big red dog.
Why is he named that?
I don't know. I just.
What am I missing? So you're Freak Show, and he's Clifford. Who's giving the nicknames? Dicker the Kicker. You are.
Yeah, Dicker gave me mine, but I usually give out all the nicknames. It just comes across like I'll see somebody and be like, oh, that's his name. Like Caillou. Bradley Bozeman looks like the cartoon Caillou when he's bald.
Okay.
He looks like Caillou.
What does Khalil Mack look like?
I haven't really thought about that one.
You never come across him and had any thoughts or anything?
Nah. Because
No.
today he didn't know my real name, and he saw my real name. He's like, oh, I've never seen that name before. You know my real name?
No, say it.
It's Jacalyn.
Jacalyn. That's a great name. And he didn't know it.
Yeah.
And
And
so
he said
he
he'd
doesn't
never
get-
seen it before.
So he's not getting a nickname. And
He
I won't get a
is.
nickname
No,
then.
he's-
What about Justin?
Justin is Woody. He used Woody for a little bit. I'm going to think of some more.
Are you the only one calling them these things? It's just you.
Yeah.
I'm told you're fluent in Spanish. Do you have any Spanish nicknames? Thank you.
Juan Carlos.
That was Juan Carlos,
Yeah.
and that's for you.
Yeah, when I was in Guadalajara,
Uh-huh.
I was at this camp, and someone was like joking around, like, what does JK stand for? Juan Carlos? And it was a little kid. And I started laughing so hard, and then ever since then, everyone just calls me Juan Carlos.
JK, I've never met you. I thought I'd met you, but I'd never met you because you're cracking my shit up right now. I don't quite know what's happening, but I'm enjoying it here at the Bolt at Chargers camp. The energy seems sort of loose. Dan Fouts was down there, lots of clapping. Practice wrapped up a little early. I'm excited about this team. Is there something that we're not talking about? You know, we're talking about the Joe Alts. I heard Lad McConkey's coming along, all of that. You know, Khalil Mack had like 17 sacks last year. Nobody's talking about it. What's the thing no one's talking about with the Chargers?
I think it's the defense.
Yeah?
Like the whole defense, like Derwin James and Joey, my fellow Buckeye. Like, I think the defense is going to be really, really good.
Okay.
Like, so good. that people are going to be like, wow, again, when they see our defense. And I think if we have an off day as an offense, the defense will definitely have our back.
Where was Derwin out there? Well, he wasn't out there today.
Yeah, he's just, he's getting ready.
Does he have a nickname?
Nah, he doesn't have a nickname.
Better be
yet.
on the field. That's what I'd like his nickname to be sooner than later. Last one for you. You played with, you have a very cool career. You played with what your peers, what players would say is the best quarterback in the NFL in Lamar Jackson. He was voted, number 2, of course, right after Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. And now you get to see Justin Herbert. I know he's banged up a little bit, but you've gotten to see a little bit out of him. What is something, your opinion on that matters because you know Lamar. You've played with him. What is it about Justin that sort of gives you the wow? His
arm. He has an arm like no other. Like, he can make some really unique passes and fit into spots that are like, dang. And he has all the passes you can have. Like, he can put some air on it. He can get some touch on it. He can zip it, So he's very special. And I've been watching him from afar. We're in the same draft class. And I've always, watched him, and I'm amazed by him. And it's really cool to be with him now. At first, I thought he was going to be like a little dorky, but he's actually pretty cool.
What about him is cool?
He just he's a bro.
He's a bro, like a video game sort of bro. What's his nickname in Call of Duty?
We don't have one yet.
You're lying to me. Oh my gosh, you're lying to me. Why would you lie to me?
I would never lie to you.
You were lying.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. I'm going to send you back to Guadalajara or wherever you were. That was really not cool of you to say. You can't not tell me the truth. Wow, I don't really quite know what to say. Do Lamar and Justin have similar personalities? Opposite? Really? Why? Is this? Am I being pranked on my own show
wait,
today?
that was the funniest question you've ever asked me.
I guess I'm talking about. What do you mean? It's a serious question. What? The temperament. They have different. They don't have reflective temperaments. They're both very chill, subtle.
All right. I don't know how to explain this without making it getting canceled or something.
Oh, it's like a race thing?
No. Definitely not a race thing,
Okay.
but Lamar is Lamar and Justin is Justin.
Uh-huh.
Way different ends of the spectrum.
Even personalities?
Yes.
Okay, who's better at Call of Duty, Lamar or Justin?
I never really played Call of Duty with Lamar.
Ooh, Lamar, where were you during the Call of Duty days? Let me get to some serious questions. It's oh my goodness, this is crazy. Oh, what is this bully? You're such a sweet, wonderful, you're laughing this whole time. This doesn't make sense with the bully identity you want this team to have. What's that?
When I step on the field and it's game day, I'm like a totally different person. Totally different, super. I don't even know how to explain it, but
okay.
I'm different.
We're just going to have to, you're different. We're going to have to watch it. I can't wait to see it.
Yes.
I want to see Justin Herbert out there, get him healthy, so we can see the best out of him. I'm hoping all these things we brought in, the Greg Romans, the Gus, the Joe Alt, the new rookies, we want to get the best out of Justin. I want to see another level. What's the one thing that you guys have brought in, you included, that you're most excited about and getting the best out of him?
The run game.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know the past numbers, but I don't know what rank their run game was last year.
Yeah, I don't either.
Exactly.
I should have done my research. Run game last year, Chargers. Someone get on that.
Exactly.
But it'll be, twice as good this year?
Yes, and I think that will help them a lot.
Sounds like you're going to have a lot of catches, too. That's what I'm sussing out of you right now. JK Dobbins, delightful. Do I get a nickname?
My first time seeing you in person, so
I don't want to know. I'm glad you're not giving me one. We'll be back after this from the Bolts, where there's, I don't even know, weddings and bar mitzvahs and parties and New Year celebrations happening. I'm sure they're renting this guy out in the beautiful Los Angeles. Khalil Mack, it's good to see you.
Good to see you,
You're
too.
smiley and happy. 11th year. Not
Yeah.
your 11th year here, of course, but a lot of new additions.
Yeah.
Describe in the way that Khalil Mack only can what this energy is like right now.
It's new, man. It's new. Just everybody getting, comfortable with each other. Coach Harbaugh, you could tell he's a football guy. Not easily impressed. And so just out here working hard and grinding.
You've seen a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what makes and sets him apart.
You could just sense the experience from not just the coaching standpoint, but like the player aspect. So he kind of know what it feels like to go throughout the week and getting ready for the game and the build up and what it takes to even prepare, the preparation, and just making sure everybody is taking that professional mindset and that professional approach. And you could tell that's why he's been winning for a long time. Yeah.
What can I expect? You know what I mean? Like when people want to say, oh, they'll be competitive, they'll go to the playoffs, they'll win the playoffs just this year with the coaching change.
Yeah.
What do you think is fair from what you've seen from Jim? What do you think is a fair expectation?
That's the point.
Right.
I'm not an expectation guy. I can attest to just putting in the work. Just from the work aspect, him understanding that alone is kind of what my bread and butter is. Just putting in the work and not speaking on the expectations too much, not expecting nothing until you go out there and actually hit somebody in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're so scary. Yeah, I don't know what you mean because I'm not you, but I know what you mean because I've seen you do it. Does he turn to you? The kids will call you an old head.
Yeah, they call me OG now, man. Year 11. It's definitely different. But yeah.
What does Coach depend on you for now?
It's just hearing the perspective of a guy that's in year 11 and what the week looks like and what the expectation is. I think the latest thing we talked about was something about like busing to the game versus driving to the game. So little things like that, and him understanding and him taking heed to what we're saying, not just myself, but everybody in the leadership group, from the team aspect, player aspect, but everything, and him listening and understanding is definitely a huge part of that.
You don't really need any coaching, if we're being honest.
I need coach. Everybody need coaching.
Khalil, you had 17 sacks last year. You had more sacks.
That's coaching. That's coaching right there.
Than your DPOY year. I need you to tell me, was that the quietest 17 sacks in the history of the NFL?
I think it was quiet. Everybody credit that to the 6-sack game, which is different. I didn't know that could be a negative thing, which it seems like so far. But, yeah, man. But like you said, the coaching, man, having Gift Smith here and working with Joey is definitely, helped me key in on a lot of different things that I haven't really known up until this point.
You're going to give them all the credit? Take a little victory lap.
Yeah,
17's crazy.
It's good, but I feel like everything is a team effort. You know what I mean? Having Thule on the other side and Morgan Fox in the middle and Joey here and there, it definitely helps.
Okay, love hearing that. I heard somebody ask you about retirement.
Yeah, who asked me about that?
Did somebody ask? And you said, yeah, I have it written down right here, and you said, put on the film, I'm rolling.
I'm rolling.
I can't believe somebody would ask you that. You're 33 years old.
I'm 33, but I'm rolling.
You play till you're 40?
Hell nah. Not 40. Not 40. I got a wife and kids. I want to experience some things with my boys, man. Especially some of these games and take it all in and enjoy it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being a dad and doing some things out the field.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
But not until you have some more, forced fumbles.
Exactly.
Love getting.
I'm trying to break some records.
How do you get the ball loose like that?
I always think about it. From college. It's always been embedded in my mind. I think I don't know if I still had a record for NCAA fumbles.
We can look it up.
Maybe. But, yeah, it's always been embedded in my mind to try my best to change the course of the game. And the only way to do that is to get the ball.
You're just thinking about it the whole game, or you're saying you're manifesting that ball loose?
It's almost like a manifestation in a sense, because I dream about it. I always think about it. I always think about taking the ball from whoever it is, the running back, quarterback, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's always on my mind, especially during the game.
You had 5 last year, so you know the record, right?
What's the
you
record?
need 3 more.
3 more.
And then you tie Reggie White and Rod Woodson. Do you keep track of this stuff?
Dang. You say Rod?
Uh-huh.
Dang.
Rod and Reggie, if you get 3 more.
Oh, that's dope. Those are heavy names right there.
What would that mean to you? Do you think about the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. Yeah, from starting this, talking to my dad, being in college, those years in the MAC conference, which is kind of, named after named after me in a sense. My dad wanted me to put the K on the Mack conference. And so that was always my thought process, to dominate whatever I did. And, the NFL, it wasn't any different. I wanted to dominate the league.
What's on your what needs to go on the resume for the Hall of Fame? Look, I know that you don't really think about it. You just want to get better. But is there something that
my ultimate goal right now is the ultimate team goal is to get a Super Bowl win. That'll be one of the things that packed me up and hung my cleats up in the rafters, and I say peace out.
So if you won one, you'd be gone.
I'd be out.
Let's get back to your coach, just because I'm super fascinated by it. I've never gotten to sit with him. You mentioned something that I really liked about close games, that he sort of proved to you that he can win close games. What do you mean by that? How do you do that?
Just the mindset. Just everything is embodied around finishing, which is different. You know, you adjust to that if you're not doing it well throughout the year with certain coaches. But that was his first thought coming into the building. Just seeing Coach Herb downstairs. I don't know if you met Coach Ben Herbert, but just the way that they want the body to work at the end of the game. We wanted to build it to last, and so that's the way the approach of practice is. And it's definitely different. Something I never experienced.
Something you never experienced. And it'll take you guys to another level.
I believe so.
How's Justin Herbert? I know he's not out
Herb
there,
dog, man. We was down there working out today together, man. Herb a savage, man. I love that guy, man. Quiet dude, but come in and work hard, man. You would think he was coming in the edge room with me afterwards. How he ended up working his neck in traps and core, and so man. Herb a savage, man. Herb a dog.
What does that mean? Herb's a savage. Just that he's tough?
Yeah, he's a hard worker. He let the work speak for itself. He don't like, he kind of one of them guys that doesn't really like too much credit, but definitely loves to put the work in, and it shows.
This is crazy that this is true. You have not yet had a full season with Bosa.
No, not yet.
So what?
Not yet.
I mean, he's been hurt.
This got to be the year.
Well, you two, if I'm right, you guys restructured your deals.
Yeah.
To stay together. Was that? Did you guys talk about it? Was it meaningful to you? Was it totally separate? It's
definitely meaningful, but definitely didn't want to. I definitely didn't want to overstep and be like, man, if you stay, I stay. That wouldn't be the vibes. And then you never knew what he would want to do, if he would want to go up there and play with Nick or who. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be that guy, but it just so happened to work out, and I'm glad he's back. I'm glad I'm back, and hopefully, man, this is the year we can both have a healthy season and go out there and ball.
I can't wait. Do you speak up or no? You mostly don't. Sounds like you don't.
In the sense of
like in the locker room dynamic when something's going on. Are you like? Is it like the world stops when you say something? Because you don't speak often.
I don't want
to
be the guy to say that the world stops when I say something.
But you don't. But you don't. I feel like you ever want to say.
I definitely say what need to be said in the moment. I'm not a guy that's want to be talking all the time. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to just everybody hear my voice all the time. When I do say something, I definitely want it to mean something.
You're an energy shifter, though. You walked out here and the energy shifted.
Yeah, I ain't as friendly as JK.
You just have a very you have a very powerful presence, Khalil.
Thank you so much,
really
Kay. That means a lot.
I can't wait till you're in the Hall of Fame in Canton.
Thank you so much.
Someday. We'd love to see it. And for now, we will say goodbye and off to more forced fumbles that this man is dreaming about, you idiot quarterbacks. Forced fumbles. 31 of you are so unlucky. Bye. All right, I'm sitting here with Asante Samuel Jr. at the Bolt. New facility. I can't believe it's your fourth year. I didn't want to talk about it, but tell me about the new digs.
Everything is great here, man. Great facility, great people, great new coaching staff. Everything's just coming together, and the team is coming together as well. So that's the most important thing, and just trying to be together in the locker room.
I know you guys still have a lot to training camp. There's a lot going on. It's a new team, a lot of new pieces. What word would you use to describe this team right now as far as the identity?
I would say gritty.
Gritty?
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. I just met your coach, Jim Harbaugh. Met him, sweetest man alive, sweet as can be. Gritty is not the word that I would use to describe him. So how is he making this team gritty?
Just day in and day out, just emphasizing being physical, playing fast, trying to play bully ball. So that's what he's trying to instill in us right now. And just the way we work, the way we work out, the way we come to practice every day. And I can see his plan.
Outside of that, Khalil told me that, one big change is that he's really harping on finishing, really harping on that front to end, like from day one. What's one thing that you're noticing about Jim Harbaugh, the way he runs things as a head coach, that's a little bit different?
I would say we do certain situations every practice. Like I can say 2-minute drill, we always emphasize that. Like even if it's before the half or at the end of the game, that's something he always does. And that's basically finishing the half or finishing the game.
I wanted to ask you about your PFF number. Did you know this? That you had a career high 13 passes defended, I'm sure. You had to pick off Mahomes too, right? Yeah, that happened. Top 20 corner on PFF, which is a number that a lot of GMs use, draft process, all of that. Do you have a personal goal for this year for yourself?
I haven't have a personal goal this year. My personal goal right now is just trying to win games, and I feel like everything will handle itself if we win games. So,
are we feeling like we're going to win more games this year? I know Justin's a little hurt, got a couple injuries, but this could be the year that it starts to really all come together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you have a contract situation, right? Let's just get that over with here. How are we feeling about it as far as wanting to stay a Charger?
I love the Chargers. I hope they keep me, but I'm just doing anything I can do right now for the team, and I haven't really been worried about that right now. I'm just trying to focus on the season and just put my best foot forward.
Does it change anything, the way you play, the way you approach anything? Does it mean a little more when you know that that's sort of in your future?
I mean, it does, but I haven't really been thinking about it. I do the same thing I would usually do if it is my first or second year. So I've been doing the same thing, just trying to stay consistent of what I've been doing that got me here, and I'm just trying to take the next step and just take the next step.
You're talking about bully ball. What does your new DC have to do with that? How's he?
He's great. Coach Mentor is a great guy, very smart, very passionate. He's very understanding, and he wants the best for his players, and he's want to put the players in the best position he can.
That's kind of a general answer. I don't know him. I've never met him. So Jesse Minter, tell me maybe what he does best. If you were to say this is what you do best as a DC so far?
It's kind of hard for me to say because I never have a real game with him yet. So but from what I've seen, I feel like he like I said, he put his guys in the best position, and he listens to what we have to say in the meeting room, and he's understandable. He'll hear things out if we have a suggestion with a specific scheme or different coverage. He's just more open to hear what we have to say.
I love hearing that. Ahead of free agency, I know you'll be happy and settled wherever you go. You want to win games here. I think it'll happen. You're also responsible, like you're saying, in making the team better. I love hearing you say that because you've got these rookies. No more Keenan, no more Mike Williams. Tell me about Ladd McConkey. I think he's doing really well right now. That's what I hear. And give me the Asante Samuel Jr. assessment of these rookie receivers.
The rookie receivers, they're doing great right now. Ladd's doing everything he could. He's working hard every day and getting open in practice. And the other rookie receivers, they're doing great as well. CJ, Cornelius Johnson, Jalen Johnson, Brandon Rice. And all those guys doing everything they need to be doing right now. And I'm happy to see how they're going to do this season.
What's one thing you're really looking forward to this year? Is there a game? Is there a moment? Something from last year that you want to take, advance on?
I'll probably say the first game because the way we went out the last game against the Raiders, it had a bad taste in everyone's mouth. So, the first game is always the most important game, but it gets a little bit more motivation that it happens.
Yes. Sometimes I go to teams and I can feel the chip on the shoulder. Like I can feel, after a season didn't end the way that they want to. I don't know that I wasn't down at practice. So does that exist here? Is there we're out to prove something? We're being driven by something. And what is that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just all the close losses that we had last year, one score games that we had.
Yeah.
We feel like we could have finished those last year. So now we emphasize in finishing this year, like Khalil said, just finishing everything, and just trying to come out on top. That's why we do this thing called fourth quarter finishers. At the end of practice, we'll just do little extra things, if it's running or if it's lifting or anything extra to come out on top on the fourth quarter.
That's what I expect. I expect those close games to be wins in the column of the Chargers. I'd love to see it. I expect a nice contract for you wherever you might go. I know your dad was a free agent. He changed teams, so I'm sure he's in your ear giving you the best advice on all of that. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great year. We're here at this insane facility. Are you loving it?
Oh, yeah, I love it here, man.
Yeah, I can tell. Everyone loves it in LA, I gotta say. Okay, we'll be back after this with Joe Alt right here on Up and Adams from the Bolts in LA. You're the 5th overall pick. It's nice to see you in person.
Yeah.
Did the Notre Dame Comforter make the trip?
It did not. The Notre Dame Comforter did not make
Shocking.
the trip. It stayed back home. It's time for a new journey.
Well, you're in this new journey in beautiful Los Angeles.
Yeah.
This is insane. This facility is brand new. We're going to have a party to christen it and get all this stuff going here. How would you describe your first couple weeks here in training camp?
Yeah, I think the first couple weeks have been a learning experience and a growth experience for me. Just kind of learning the ins and outs of the NFL, the new routine, and then just growing, just trying to get a little bit better every single day. Just my mindset's always just like, what's that one thing from the past and the previous day that I'm going to work on. So that's kind of what my mindset's been these first couple weeks.
What are you working on? What have you learned?
Oh, for me, what have I learned? I've learned that
Let's take today as the example. You're saying every day you want to grow, every day you want to learn. What did you learn today?
I think I learned today just, the use of the hands is always for me in pass pro is something. It's just, it can really be beneficial and how you use them to, cause defenders to go into a second plan from their first, I think is always important. So that's kind of something that I've been working on. And it was kind of a focus for today.
What kind of teacher is Khalil Mack?
Yeah, he's a great teacher. I think I've never met a rusher who you can go up and talk to and he'll actually point out what he sees and what you see you're doing and, what he would look at and, how he, approaches me and just kind of learn from those things. And, it's almost like a guy who, instead of watching the film, you actually have firsthand experience of what he's seeing and what he's, watching on me and how I can improve those things.
How terrifying is he?
He's a very good player, and there's no better player to go up against, every single day than Khalil. He will expose you, and he will show you what you need to work on, but also be, able to, help you and get better. So when it comes, season time, you're ready to roll.
You got a taste of preseason action, a little NFL.
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was awesome. I've never been in SoFi, so kind of stepping in there. It was a much different stadium than I've been in, and then just being able to go and play my first NFL moments has always been a dream for me to make it to the NFL. And now it's just how do we continue to build off of one game, one practice is how I've been approaching it. But it was a great first overall experience.
What did Jim say to you after? Like, what was his comment, his feedback on your performance?
Yeah, I think the first comment is always, you hate losing. It's always leaves a sour taste in your mouth, and you always want to, grow and improve. You always want to come on top, and that's, been the main focus for the entire group. And then for me, I've, kind of my mindset's been, it's just those things I see in game that maybe I want to work on, and those things that are going well, just making sure those, stay going well and keep improving every day.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast. This is kind of it. It's different than what I expected, but it's it's so much fun. I think we have a great group here, a great offensive line group. You get a lot of laughs in, but you also know when to go to work hard, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
It seems like that. It seems like a really good energy around here. I gotta say, meeting Jim, seeing Joe, they work so well together. Great dynamic. Everything feels fresh. A lot of new faces, a lot of additions. And I love that. When you say it's not what you expected, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is I'm a Midwest kid, so LA is a little bit different. Just kind of getting
I'm from the Midwest too.
Yeah,
I feel you, Joe.
Yeah, getting used to the prices, of everything, and living, and transportation and whatnot is a little bit different. I'm used to 5 miles taking 5 minutes, not 25 to 30 minutes. So getting used to that kind of stuff, but. You can't complain about that. It's beautiful LA, and what a better spot to be in.
Let's gripe about it though. What is too expensive? What's the price tag that you're like, are you joking?
Oh, I think it's not one thing for me. Rent was a little interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Coming from the Midwest, it was like, whoa. It's a little bit more than I was expecting, but you're paying for what you get to see. You get oceans on one side and mountain on the other side, so you can't really ask for a better, geographical area.
Sure,
so.
but Joe, the cost of eggs, it's just
well,
through the
here's
roof.
the thing. I haven't got to the cost of eggs yet because I've just been eating from the facility. So
So you're not even paying for food. I'm sorry. Let's do the rookie thing where you tell me what your signing bonus was. What was your signing bonus?
Oh, it was a good amount.
$20.9 million, I'm told.
Yeah.
$20.9 million, and you're worried about the cost of rent.
Yeah. Well, okay, you get it. I come from a cheaper living area, so that's all I'm saying. But no, it works.
Have you bought anything fun? Come on, Joe. Come on.
Not yet. I haven't. Well, I bought my truck. that was kind of my first fun purchase that I made. So that's the one thing that I kind of said a little like, hey, I'm going to get this if everything works out. And I got it. So it's been pretty exciting.
Dream big, Joe.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Justin's not out there. I hate that.
What?
Justin Herbert not being out there tonight. I just hate it.
Yeah, no, I think we all love Justin so much, and he's in there as much as he can be, and that's great. And just he's just the leader of the group. And when we have him out there, it's such a great feeling when he steps into that huddle, and we'll be good when we get to be good going.
Guess what word Khalil Mack used to describe him?
Ooh.
He said he is a
Competitor?
savage. He
Wow.
said.
That's a good word for him.
What word would you use outside of leader?
I would use competitor, but I think savage is really what encompasses him. He steps into the huddle, and it's a different mindset. He is ready to rock and roll, and he wants to do whatever it takes to win. And it really just, you kind of get that overall vibe when he steps into the huddle, like, hey, we're going to get this done, and whatever we have to do, we're going to do. And I think that's kind of the overall vibe that I get when he steps into the huddle.
I love the O-linemen. It's such a fun group always, most bonded than anybody on the team, great position room. What is this one like? I met Rashawn down in Frisco. He was at the O-lineman, like Lane Johnson thing.
Yeah.
And he's so serious.
Yeah.
He's all about business. Would you describe that room?
Yeah, I think Rashawn specifically, he is all about business, and it shows on the field. He works incredibly hard, and he puts the time in, and he's allowed me to grow a lot too. I've been picking his brain, and we've been doing drills after and such together, and I think that's been huge. But the O-line group, I think, knows when to be serious and knows when to kind of let loose. We're in here for long days, but when you have to lock in and be focused. But when you're in the locker room and you have some downtime, you got to find a time to escape football a little bit and have some time to just hang out and be guys.
What do you got in there? What do you guys got? A ping pong table? What are we working with?
Well, we have a ping pong.
shot?
Yeah, we have a ping pong table in there. The O-linemen, we like to rest when it's our downtime. We're not ones that are on our feet, so we're kind of all congregated in our lockers, just hanging out and talking. We're not trying to exert any extra energy if we don't have to.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Toughest adjustment so far?
Oh, I think just going back to the Midwest LA thing. I know it's a sad thing to say, but that for me is different. But I've enjoyed it much more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be, a bigger transition, but I've really loved every minute of it. And you really can't beat the weather. I'm used to the super humid summers and then the freezing cold winters, and so far it's been pretty much the same climate every single day, so I can't really complain.
Don't lose your Midwesternness.
No, I can't.
Did you promise me?
No, it'll always.
promised
It's always
me.
in there, and that's.
You're gonna, You're gonna complain about the rent prices. You're gonna, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about your dad. Your dad played 13 years for the Chiefs. Member of the Chiefs Hall of Fame. We talked about him when I did that interview with you in the car several months ago. Now, that's got to suck because they're, they don't get along. That's your arch nemesis. You get them week 4 at home, week 14 at KC. What does he wear to the game?
Oh, he's wearing Chargers. He said that from the minute I got drafted. He goes, I gotta represent my son, and he's all in it with me. And I couldn't be more appreciative of him for that. He doesn't have any. He holds me at his first, and that's really important to me. And he's gonna be ready to wear, that powder blue, when it comes game time, because he's really allowed me to grow to who I am today, and he's taught me so much, both on and off the field, and how to be a man, but also how to be a football player. And I think it'll be really fun to be able to go out there, and even though it's against his old team, he'll be out there to support me, which is gonna be awesome.
What's your favorite thing about Jim Harbaugh?
I gotta go with the cleats. I've never had a head coach who wears cleats, and the cleats got some really good style. I shouldn't be one to talk about style because I have zero, but he's got some nice cleats that he wears out in the field, and he's just in it. He's committed to us and making sure we're gonna be as ready as we can become game time, and you see that, and I think it kind of all encompasses it with the cleats when he's out there ready to roll.
He's in it. I think that's a good way to describe him. He's in it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's in it just like we are, and you really take a appreciation for that.
Do you have a nickname from JK Dobbins?
I do.
What is it?
Oh, it's bad. I'm Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Tell me that. Why?
Because he thinks I'm big, and that was the first thing that came to his mouth. So it's Cliff, but it stands for Clifford.
JK Dobbins is wild.
Yeah, so I'm Cliff.
Who on this team is like the vocal wild guy?
I think you just named him.
Is it JK?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know that. That's amazing. Love to hear that. What else would you like to talk about? Favorite beach?
Favorite beach? Well, I'm staying near Manhattan Beach, so I've kind of been experiencing that a little
Living
bit.
the life.
Oh,
what are you
sure.
living at the Shade Hotel? What are you doing?
No, I'm just
going
like-
to eat at Nick's every day, fishing with dynamite. Where are you going?
Well, currently I'm staying in the hotel, so not a lot of
Oh, yeah.
explorations have been
Yeah.
out yet. But yeah, that's where I'll be staying for the season. So
Yeah.
for me, it's just been kind of walking down that hill and like, oh, it's really nice to go down the hill onto the beach. But then realizing, once I'm done at the beach, I have to walk back up about 400 yards of hill.
Life is really hard for
Yeah.
you. And you had that awful $20.9 million bonus. Like, everyone just thoughts and prayers to Joe
I'm
Alt's
gonna have to get an
overall
electric bike.
pick.
I'm gonna have to get an electric bike to get up that hill.
Well, last question for you. And I'm going to guess no. There's no world where he even knew what Clifford the Big Red Dog was, right? You had to, you know Clifford?
Of course I know Clifford.
How do you know Clifford?
Because I'm a youngest of 5, so like
We're
you-
totally calling bullshit
I
on
have-
that.
I
You have no idea.
We have the tub of all the childhood books. I can go back to my house and pull it out. I know who Clifford the Big Red Dog was. It was read to me. I know it. I know all of it.
We need, okay, last one for you, really last one. JK Dobbins' nickname for coach. Do you know it?
I don't.
Darn, we're trying to get it out of him. We can't. I need to bring one of those lie detector, like those Vogue Vanity Fair lie
I
detectors
don't.
with me to camp, from camp to camp next
Well,
year.
my problem was that I forgot it because he nicknamed me last week, but then he called me Clifford today, so I was like, remembered. So.
Kay and Clifford coming to Rec Shop week 1 and on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.